She's not just anointing him as king in the conventional sense where maybe you would anoint someone from their head if they were to be king, and Jesus certainly is king. But what Mary was doing was kind of prophetically pointing to Jesus as the suffering servant. And by washing and anointing his feet, this whole room began to smell of the fragrance. You've ever met somebody, you smell them before you see them? I thought it was interesting that one of the reasons I think John mentions that the whole room was filled with the fragrance was to let you know that Mary wasn't just giving a little dab of it. In fact, humility in your worship will look like a sacrifice of praise to the Lord. But that's what the text says, that this perfume, this nard, it was expensive. It was likely imported from India. It was rare, and it was extremely costly. In fact, John gives us the cost that it's about a year's worth of wages. She spent an entire year's annual salary on this moment of worship. In Jewish burial customs, perfumes and ointments like this were used to prepare bodies for burial. Mary's act here is not just lavish, but it's also prophetic, as it anticipates Jesus' death and his burial that is to come. It links for us this idea of devotion and sacrifice to come. Our devotion and the sacrifice that Jesus brings later. Now, culturally and biblically, extravagance in devotion expressed to God, like lavish temple sacrifices, or David dancing before the ark in a gathering of people, was understood as legitimate worship. You know, the Bible has some things to say about what is and isn't worship. Mary's worship wasn't for her. Can I tell you, worship? It ain't for you.